Most people think lemon water is just a simple detox trick, but it actually creates far bigger changes inside your body than most people realize. So before you pour your next glass, let me show you what really happens when you drink lemon water every day, because the real benefits go way beyond what you probably heard. To start, let's take a look at how lemon water helps the hardest working organ in your body, your liver. The liver gets hammered by toxins every single day. Sugars, chemicals, preservatives, oils, plastic, stress hormones. All of it ends up in the same place. That's why 1 in 3 people already have some degree of fatty liver. And yet most don't feel a single symptom because the liver is so resilient, it can be 90% damaged and still keep working. So if you haven't been taking care of yours, there's a good chance it's struggling, and there's a really good chance you just don't even know it yet. Fortunately, drinking lemon water daily can start to turn everything around. One of the biggest ways it does this is by improving bile flow. Your liver needs smooth, steady bile flow in order to detox your body from everything that you expose it to. But every night when you go to sleep, your bile slows down, it thickens, becoming heavier and harder to move. As a result, the first thing in the morning when you wake up, your liver has to clear the sludge out of the way before then it can handle anything else coming at it. Fortunately, all it takes is a glass of lemon water to jumpstart that process. The citric acid thins your bile, gets it moving again, takes the pressure off the liver, the one that's already working overtime in the first place. It's one of my favorite drinks for the liver. But let's move on to the other areas of the body and impacts. Next, another thing daily lemon water does is it makes fat loss just a bit easier, especially the stubborn kind that's right around the belly. As many of you already know, one of the biggest obstacles to burning fat is that blood sugar roller coaster after a meal. When insulin is high, fat loss is low. Another way to say it. When your blood sugar goes up, insulin goes up, and high insulin tells your body to store fat, not to burn it. But lemon water helps flatten the spikes, levels it out. That same citric acid that helped thin out bile also slows down how quickly sugar hits the bloodstream. So instead of a big surge that shuts fat burning off, you get a gradual, steady rise that your system can actually handle. That little shift finally gives your body a chance to burn fat instead of storing it. Not only that, the natural flavonoids inside of the lemon water actually help your cells respond to insulin much better. When your cells listen to insulin more clearly, your body doesn't have to pump out as much. And lower insulin makes burning fat significantly easier. In some studies, adding citrus reduced the glycemic impact of a meal almost the same way as adding fiber does. And studies show that eating fiber is the #1 predictor of weight loss. So citrus gives you a similar effect, and that's a big deal. You can massively increase your body's ability to burn fat with something just as simple as lemon water that takes 10 seconds to prepare in the kitchen. So I commonly will drink it prior to my evening meal. It's one of my favorite times to drink it. The morning is another favorite time. Let's go to number 3 though. This is actually one of the changes that people feel the fastest. When you add lemon to your water, you slightly increase the acidity going into your stomach. Now, to prevent any kind of, impact to the teeth, obviously you're putting lemon in 10, 12 ounces of water, and then just don't brush within 30 minutes after drinking it. That's the way to protect the teeth because, the enamel will soften up a little bit, but as long as you don't use sandpaper on it, your toothbrush, then you won't impact the enamel of the teeth, and it's way better even than something like apple cider vinegar when it comes to the teeth. Now, stomach-wise, for most adults, especially over the age of 50, stomach acid is already lower than it should be. It seems counterintuitive, but that small bump that lemon adds makes a big difference. It helps you break down proteins more completely, and it moves carbs and fats through the system the way that they're supposed to. That reduces the heavy, slow feeling that you get after meals. Also, just like with the liver and with bile flow, the combination of warmer water, or at least lukewarm water, and lemon signals your digestive tract to wake up and start moving. It gives your system that gentle nudge it needs, especially in the morning time or before an evening meal. So everything finally feels like it's moving the way that it's supposed to. Now, before we go to number 4 real quick, if you are enjoying this video so far, just be sure to like it, hit the subscribe button. Doing so helps get this information to way more people who need to hear it. And it'll make sure that you see more videos like this in the future as well. All right, number 4. Let's talk about one of the most proven effects of lemon water, helping prevent kidney stones. Most stones form when calcium and other minerals start sticking together inside the kidneys. And then once they clump up, they're much harder for your body to get rid of because obviously they're getting bigger and bigger. But the lemon juice boosts something called urinary citrate. It's a natural substance that your body uses to stop those minerals from crystallizing in the first place. If small crystals are already forming, the citric acid can help dissolve them before they grow large enough to cause problems. This is why doctors often recommend citrate-rich drinks for people who are prone to stones. And lemons are one of the strongest natural sources that you can use on a daily basis. Very simple to do. Number 5, another powerful benefit of drinking daily lemon water is reduction and support of healthy blood pressure levels. One of the easiest ways to bring pressure down is by improving hydration for lots of different scenarios of blood pressure. Even slight dehydration makes your blood thicker. Thicker blood is harder for your heart to push through your vessels. Lemon makes water more appealing to drink and it helps you take in more fluid without thinking about it. But the bigger effect comes from what the lemon itself does. Compounds in the lemon called citrus flavonoids help your blood vessels relax more easily. And when the vessel walls aren't squeezing as tightly, the pressure inside them naturally drops. Now that kind of rolls into number 6, pertaining to overall heart health. One of the biggest problems inside your arteries is when cholesterol gets damaged. That damage is called oxidation. Cholesterol itself is not the issue. It's the oxidation of cholesterol that is the issue and the risk. It happens when cholesterol gets hit with stress and sugar and toxins and inflammation. And then once it's damaged, it becomes sticky. And that sticky cholesterol is the kind that can latch on to artery walls. The antioxidants in lemons help protect cholesterol from that damage. So they have a benefit of a decent antioxidant load, but to protect that oxidation, especially to the cholesterol. They keep it in its normal healthy form. When cholesterol stays healthy, it's much less likely to stick together. It's much less likely to clump together and irritate any kind of artery. It's doing its job, which is building cells, by the way. That's one of the main things it's doing. Now, adding the whole peel into the water and then allowing it to diffuse for 5 or 10 minutes in the water is the best way to optimize the antioxidants. And if you're like my son, he'll take it and eat the rind of the lemon afterwards. Even more antioxidants than those. You don't have to do that, but he likes citrus fruit. Next is your brain, another major organ that daily lemon water can protect. Your mind is extremely sensitive to stress and inflammation. I don't have to explain that to you. You can feel that. Even small amounts of daily damage can affect memory and focus and clarity over time. But the antioxidants, again, in lemons help to protect the brain, help to protect their cells from that damage. That helps prevent them from breaking down or misfiring when you are under stress. The lemon compounds also support healthier blood flow to the brain, let alone drinking more of the water, the blood is less thick, right? All these benefits kind of start stacking up. Better circulation brings more oxygen, more nutrients, helps your brain cells fire more efficiently. In fact, in human studies, citrus compounds have been shown to boost attention and alertness within just hours of a single dose. So before you watch a Dr. Livingood video, you need to make sure you have some lemon water to increase your attention and alertness. This is how quickly your brain can respond when it gets the right support. Number 8. Final one. Let's talk about the number one reason everyone should be drinking lemon water daily. It helps you age more slowly. Inside each cell, there are tiny engines called mitochondria. And as you get older, those engines get dirtier and less efficient. But the compounds in lemons help them run cleaner, which means less cellular exhaust, aging you from the inside out. Lemons also help slow down something called glycation. Glycation is when sugar stiffens your proteins and it makes your skin, your joints, and your tissues age faster. So keeping that process in check is a major impact on how you look and how you feel over time. Before you start squeezing lemons every day, there's one more thing you need to know about. Most people make at least one mistake that cancels out the benefits. In fact, there's probably several of you that have already asked a question in the comments of this video. And chances are that question is going to pertain, right, to one of these mistakes. And you didn't even realize it. So in my next video, I break down the top 5 lemon water mistakes that you want to avoid, including the one timing mistake almost everyone gets wrong if you really want to maximize its benefits. I don't think there's a wrong time to drink it, but don't get this one wrong and get it optimized. I'll include a link to that video here. If you're serious about using lemon water the right way, click to watch that now, and I'll see you there.